So most of us should be pretty familiar with the MacBook. It is one of the most efficient and powerful computers and popular computers on the planet. I believe that the MacBook is probably overpowered for the vast majority of people, but if you are that few percent that literally needs to squeeze every last drop of power out of your MacBook, I've got something pretty cool to show you. So forgive me if I say this wrong, but this is the iVanki FusionDock Pro 3. It is essentially a very premium and fast docking station for your Mac. And by the way, it also does work on Windows. So as you can see, this is the box itself. It's fairly simple, just a plain white package, nothing crazy, but let's go ahead and crack it open. And it just unfolds about like this here. But on top we get a nice little manual here just talking about the product and its features, and then on top itself, actually front and center, is the product. So let's go ahead and pick that up in a nice wrap. Set that off to the side here. And then underneath that, we just have all of our fun accessories. And so here is actually going to be our Thunderbolt 5 cable. And so now forgive me, I did wrap all this back up, so it's not perfect, but this right here is our Thunderbolt 5 cable, capable of that 120 gigabyte per second transfer speed. Now, below that we have power stuff, and then we actually have this big old wall wart power adapter kind of thing, so all kinds of stuff going on. But right here itself is the actual piece itself, and this is going to be your computer dock. So you've got your power button right here, you've got two status lights. This is going to be your main connector port, and then you've got SD card slot, headphone jack of course, and then all kinds of stuff on the back as well. Support for Ethernet right there if you use that, and then of course power in, and then USB A's, more Thunderbolt 5. And so overall, that is aluminum. It has some crazy weight to it. And I did just want to touch on the fact that this cable itself is actually quite nice. It is, of course, very thick. The only thing I don't like about it is the sort of plasticky feeling top right here. Like, it's alright, but I think more so it's less about the cable's durability and it's more just the fact that you can get incredible speeds with this. For clarification, the FusionDock was sent to me for review. However, I am not being paid at all for this, and all thoughts and opinions are my own. Before I get into everything this dock can do, I do think we need to touch on the price because it retails for $439.99, which is incredibly steep. And for perspective, you could get a 4K camera drone from DJI or, a whole iPhone SE. So yeah, it's expensive. So why is this dock special, and why do you have to pay so much for it? And to that I have to answer two words, and that is Thunderbolt 5. So this dock is basically future-proofed for the next 5 or more years. Each of the 3 Thunderbolt 5 ports allow up to 120 gigabytes of transfer speed. And so for perspective, that is a 4K video clip with a size of about 10 gigabytes being transferred in 0.67 seconds. Less than 1 second to transfer 10 gigs of video. So in other words, the raw performance of this dock is insane, but there is a catch, of course. You see, Thunderbolt 5 is new, and I mean really new, and so most products are not going to be able to take advantage of all of that speed. So at this current point in time, you would only really be able to take advantage of this speed if you happen to have Thunderbolt 5 accessories, which there are currently very few of, or maybe a new MacBook Pro, because those do have Thunderbolt 5 on the inside. So as you can see, I have the dock connected to my Mac. In order for it to work properly, it does need to be plugged into the Mac via the Thunderbolt 5 cable. And, I find it interesting that for everything to work properly, the MacBook does need to be plugged into this 140 watt, port. It has the little computer icon above it. And when it is plugged into that one, it almost acts as like the entry point for data to transfer through. And so then from that point, you can plug other accessories into the other ports and have it all work together seamlessly. So, of course, as expected, everything works. Now, I have a monitor which connects to my MacBook via USB-C, and so sadly I cannot test the dual 8K at 60 Hz claim that this product offers. But if you have monitors like that, you know, Thunderbolt 5 will get the job done just because of the pure power it is able to output. So as for the other ports, of course they all do deliver power and allow data to transfer. But the dock has this built-in headphone jack, and so I tried it with my planar magnetic headphones over there by Hyphaman. They are 18 ohms with a sensitivity of 92 decibels, and so if you don't know what all that means, don't worry about it. The short answer, though, is for incredibly hard to drive headphones, you're not going to get enough power out of that headphone jack, and you are just better off buying a headphone amp or using, you know, a newer MacBook. But for majority of just regular, everyday plug and play headphones, you'll be good. So at $439.99, this accessory is not for everybody. If you don't know that you'll be able to take advantage of Thunderbolt 5, you probably won't. And the FusionDock Pro 3 is set for a long time. Like I said earlier, it is future-proofed. And so the issue right now, the current dilemma, is that there's so few Thunderbolt 5 accessories, and the ones that are here are incredibly expensive. And so should you buy the iVanki FusionDock Pro 3? You know, the short answer is probably not. And to explain that, you know, if, like I said earlier, if you're somebody who will be able to take advantage of Thunderbolt 5, go ahead, right? It is a really, really, really nice, well-built dock. And it will deliver on that power. But if you're somebody, you know, you just want a nice splitter for USB-C, or just a cheaper, easier dock all around, you know, there's plenty of other options on the internet, right, on Amazon. And I would even recommend buying something like with Thunderbolt 3 or Thunderbolt 4. One, because that'll be cheaper, and that's really just because they will not be near as expensive. But hey, that's been it. I hope you did enjoy this video, and if you did, please remember to like, subscribe, and hit the bell, as it helps me out a ton. I hope it was good. You know, let me know in the comments if you want to see more reviews and stuff like this, but I will see you guys in the next one. So yeah, bye guys.